Hey guys, what is up? And welcome to another video. And in today's video, this is gonna be another gospel video. However, there's something I want to be quite frank with, and as suggested by the title, this is gonna be a confession, alright? So, I have been a real hypocrite. I just genuinely have. I've been going to others saying that your life matters and whatnot, right? I keep saying this to others, and I keep saying this like all the time and saying that life matters. However, there have been many times, I hate to admit it, but very recently that I've been doing the contrary myself. Like I'm not fulfilling to what I should be doing, and I'll get into that with a specific verse on the screen, and it's to examine yourself, just to look at yourself deeply and to just see yourself for who you are. And here's the exact verse on the screen. And I'm mainly just touching on this briefly, but sometimes we just really need to examine ourselves and just see ourselves for as we are. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I went through Twitter and I saw some certain stuff, right? Like I literally went on my own Twitter. I was scrolling down and I was about to delete it, but then I'm like, this just really shows like to who I was a month ago and to who I am today. It's very different, right? And we like to look at ourselves in a certain way, but we really shouldn't. Like I have this thing, right? Like it was on Twitter, it was saying something about my dad and it was very vulgar, right? It was just me cursing him and me being malicious towards him, but I hope this wasn't before I was born again, but honestly, who knows? Like it was like around January when it was posted, so I could see what that was for myself, but the post was before January on my Twitter, and this was before I was born again. But still, it doesn't excuse it. Like, it was just written on my heart, and it's just sad to see. But here's something that I just genuinely have to say, and it's with suicide, right? And I've been a real hypocrite. I've been saying to others, your life matters, and I've been saying all this, but recently I've been examining myself, and I saw myself for who I truly was. And so last year, I tried to take pills, right, to end my life. And I would even try to do subtle things. And I remember I was like, oh, back in 2017 to 2018, right, around that time, I was finally relieved of this stress of, wanting to end my life. And I really blinded my own mind, right? And I became the hypocrite myself. And that's just sad to see. And if there's anyone watching this video, all I'm saying is just examine yourself, because we need to see us for who we are and genuinely to who we are. And I examined myself and I fell short. And like I said, I've been the real hypocrite, and I'm going to explain that further if I haven't already. So, last year, as I did say, with taking pills, I tried to take pills to take my own life, and I didn't get addicted to pills or anything like that. No, I just wanted to try and take them all at once to try and kill myself. And I'm just being honest with you guys. Like, I did this because I didn't want to be here anymore. I just didn't want to be a burden to anyone. And to be quite frank with you, like, on a daily, I just see myself as a burden. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you all. I'm not gonna cookie cut it, but even though that's the truth and that's how I feel, feelings can be deceiving, and that is the truth. They really can. Like your brain can make you think crazy things, I swear. But my point with this is if you feel like a burden and you're working on yourself, keep working on yourself, strive for better, and as I said, just really examine yourself for who you are, you know? Like, I remember at one time I looked down on people, right? To who were suicidal, right? I was like, why would somebody give up their life even though they had kids, right? And all this. And I was like, how could he do that to his family? But then you got to look at it from a logical perspective. They weren't in the right headspace. They just didn't want to be here anymore. Just like I didn't want to be here anymore last year. And I'm going to be honest with you all. Before I was born again, and even when I was born again, I would struggle with those thoughts, I'd struggle with thoughts of feeling worthless and like a burden. And I've even said it plainly myself that I feel like a burden. But even though that's the case, I know it's not the truth. If this were the truth, and if I were really a burden, there wouldn't have been significant events in my life to show for it. Now, I'm not going to be boasting and gloating over it because that's just not the kind of person I am. I'm not the kind of person who's arrogant and egotistical, and I never have been. And to further prove it, even though freshman year I may have ran 9 miles, right? And I may have done that. And it's like, why didn't you join the cross country or you didn't do anything like that? And it's just because I don't want that kind of attention on me. Like, I'm not somebody who wants all the attention on me. I want to be left in the dark. I don't want to be well known. I don't want to be renowned. I don't want to be famous or at all. All I want to be is just me. That's all I want to be. And here's all I have to say. And I really want to end this video with this point. Really examine yourself and see if you're following the will of the only begotten Son, who was sent into the world to pay our fine. And I'll have another video, which is going to be, are you a good person? And if you pass that test, I would be really surprised because guess what? No one can pass it. No one. Literally not one. The only person who'd be able to really pass that are the people who worked the righteousness, like Job and Jesus of Nazareth and so on. So, anyways, I'm not going to end this on a sad note and whatnot. I've actually want to end this on a really good note. So, I know you can probably hear folding a paper right now, but since 9/29/21, right, I've started this thing on a piece of paper, and it's just saying something positive about myself and not going back to the same temptation. Though it didn't work at all. I'm going to be completely honest with you. It did not work at all, and it failed drastically. And when it did fail, though, even though I stumbled, I got back up. And I learned something so vital and so important, which is to why I'll never, ever give up on myself again. And even hate myself like I did prior. See, I may come across, if I do at all in my videos, as somebody who is very arrogant and egotistical and self-centered, but to be completely honest, that's just genuinely not me. See, I may come across as self-centered and outgoing and more of an extrovert, but I need to be completely real with myself. That's not who I am. I really just keep to myself. I'm more of an introvert, and it's just me. That's just who I've been. I have a very close circle of people who I trust, and it's because going through life, I've had all of those things taken away from me, especially with those who I can trust. Those people who you should be able to trust without a shadow of a doubt have just shown me many times that not everything's what it seems. And so again, I don't want to end this on a negative note, but I just had to confess and I just needed to be honest. And also, if anybody does struggle with anything mentally, please hear my plea to you is that, and especially listen to this with earnestness, that your life is worth living. You're not a burden. And I know this to be true because I've seen it happen many times to myself. Every single time I've questioned myself and I've questioned my essence of my very existence, I found time and time again I'm not a burden. Though I don't think I'm better than anyone. I don't think that at all. I actually want people to surpass me because I want more people to spread the light in the world and not just be of the world. So it's just genuinely what I want to see. So, anyways, I am going to be leaving on this note. So I've been having a little journal that I've been going through every day, and it's been talking about really just marking the days. As each day goes by, see something positive about myself and just reminding myself that I matter. And at this point, it's ingrained in my head. Like, I don't even need to write it down, to be quite honest with you, but I just do it because I want to look back a year from now and I just want to see how I've truly changed as a person. Again, I don't think I'm better than anyone. If anybody thought at any point in this video that I'm better than anyone, I just need to be quite frank with you all. I'm not. I'm the bottom of the barrel. If you guys really knew me for as I am and you know every little detail about me, it'd be a whole different story. There are even certain things that I have still yet to confess on this very channel. Some things that I really should not confess. So, I hope you all have a good one, and peace out.